guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kyuujin, and today we're back with you with The Sopranos. Episode 10, first season.
Yes. Last episode, one of Meadow's teammates on her soccer team cut herself. She tried to kill herself or send a message that, like Dr. Melfi explained to Tony.
She made a cry for help.
Yeah, cry for help, exactly. And everyone was dealing with that, like why she did it and what was going on. They liked the soccer team's coach, and he was leaving for another team that would pay more. So they were all freaking out over this until they figured out that the guy slept with the girl who tried to kill herself. And that was a huge deal. Tony was split between doing what he usually does, which is resort to violence and punish him, or what Artie asked him to do in the end, which is to do what's right, call the police and have them deal with it. Meadow didn't want him to do anything, so I guess that helped a little bit with him making his choice. In the end, he didn't do anything. He called the police, and he ended up blackout drunk in his living room.
We're not sure though it's because he feels good about it and doesn't know how to cope with it, or he feel I'm leaning toward the good about it, but he doesn't know how to cope with it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it meant letting go of his control over the situation in a way. And on top of that, we found out something about Uncle Junior. Apparently he
treats his woman well.
Yes, but that's a sign of weakness in a man, according to the people he knows. And Tony found out because of his wife who heard and stuff, and he made fun of him. That led to Junior making fun of him as well because of him going to a psychiatrist. And now word has gotten around. Junior's not the only one that knows he's going to a psychiatrist. So this is really bad, especially since they're trying to find out who talked to the feds. And there's suspicion that it could be Tony. Oh, it could come from Tony's side. So we're going to have to keep an eye on this situation. We're going to have to see where that goes. But antagonizing each other in this situation is not a good idea.
Nope.
So this is where we are. Let's jump in this episode and see what they have in store for us. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of these episodes, and check out our Patreon for the full-length reactions.
Alright guys, let's go!
Little left on your end.
Alright.
We added costumes to the operation.
You eat shit, you'll be refrying beans with Pablo Escobar again. This is all a message to your friends. Stay away from Port Newark. They've been told twice. Now I'll tell them.
Ooh.
Holy shit! We can't fit all this shit in a carton.
Fucking crackheads and their small bills.
Take it off. Gonna celebrate, just me and Adriana.
I'll say, like, for all the bad stuff that we say about Christopher, it really looks like at least he's loyal to his girlfriend.
Fifth row center and dinner at Le Cirque?
Let's just say some shit has finally worked out. Just when I was starting to wonder if...
You feel happy?
The black guy over there, he look familiar?
Have my money.
Got the costume. He does look familiar.
Yeah?
Yo, Hairnet Central, what am I back here, Mark Furman? It's fucking discrimination already.
Hey.
About time.
He's only bold because he's semi-hooked up with the Tony Soprano crew.
Semi-hooked up. People know.
Who's with the attitude, Christopher? If it's not the blacks, it's somebody else.
He picks a fight with everyone, literally.
My name is Orange J. Down with Massive Genius.
That's who it was. The gangster rapper.
I'm having a party at G's cribs.
They want in?
Arrested?
Only reason they're asking him, I think, is because he's got connections.
Master's heard of the fucking crew you with. There's business to be done.
Yeah, okay. And honestly, he's looking for opportunities to prove himself, so...
Does that mean that he should took them?
He's not careful enough.
Christy, look at all these gold records.
Whoa.
I can't with the look, though. I know he's a rapper, but the blue hat, it's a bit on the nose.
You people are all right. Godfather, I've seen that movie 200 times. Godfather 2 was definitely the shit.
Yeah. True.
The third one,
We don't talk about it.
We don't
think
talk
it was just
about that
misunderstood.
third one.
It was misunderstood.
What kind of business you want to discuss?
Herman Rapkin.
Hesh.
In the late 50s and 60s, he owned F Note Records. A distant but deceased quasi-cousin on my mother's side. 2 seminal hit records was his legacy. Oh, Herman, he's just another in a long line of white motherfuckers stealing royalties from the black men that made them the money in the first place. Jimmy's mother is owed that money.
I understand the sentiment, but are you sure you want to deal with the mob for this? You don't know where it's gonna go.
That guy's a gangster. I'm a gangster.
No, you're not.
He's got the fly, Hampton's house. What do I got? I sit in a fucking pork store, for Christ's sake.
I do get the feeling that the other guy plays himself up, like he pretends. But this guy pretends too.
Our thing once ruled the music business. Did you know that? We bankrolled acts, blacks, everybody. Now, fucking drum machine, some ignorant poetry, and any fucking fourth grade dropout did soon as chairman of the board.
And that was early 2000. It's gotten worse.
You believe how much it costs for a college education for 4 years?
A lot.
I know we got enough, but how much is enough? I mean, what if something should happen?
You'll be taken care of.
You're always telling me the same thing. I'll be taken care of. By who?
He can't say.
I can't tell if you are old-fashioned, paranoid, or just a fucking asshole.
Maybe all three.
Maybe all three, yeah. To tell her too much means she's too invested. That's why they have so many issues, because she knows, she's aware, but he still can't talk to her about this other life of his.
Yeah.
Remember Richie Santini?
Yeah, you used to fuck him. More about him.
You've heard his band.
Defiler?
They're not a hair band anymore, and they're really good. And like you said yourself, how much money there was in this thing.
Could be his door, open door. Who knows?
You think Massive Genius would be interested?
It's a whole different thing.
But he's got a company.
They have an in. If they help him out, maybe.
I was thinking about music management.
As a career?
I think that'd be great for you.
Maybe Alec Baldwin would come to our house.
The big life. I mean, I wish it, I hope for her it works. We're in the beginning of the 2000s, it needs to be emo.
It's just an old demo.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's set you up.
What?
I got money. And you're right. With how much you listen to the radio, you'd be good.
I can't believe it.
But I get to pick what you wear. Dress you up.
To be fair, I like their relationship.
A little bit more healthy than Tony and his
Oh,
wife.
yeah.
Oh no, not a little bit. A lot more healthy.
Well, she
than
made
Tony
a
and his
comment.
wife.
She made a comment about how Carmela can't hear anything about what's going on, but she's clearly, she's around. He brings her with him.
When you and little Jimmy were writing partners on all his hits, did you write the music and him the lyrics, or was it the other way around?
We had our own process.
So you bought horses with your royalties, and little Jimmy's royalties, whatever became of those?
What horse?
Music business back then, we were breaking all the rules. Were we hard-nosed? Yeah. But we gave a lot of kids their start.
Ordinarily, I'd be more than happy to stroll down memory lane with you, but it's reparations that I seek.
He speaks like he's in an old, the book, fantasy book.
What do you want to do here, Hesh? I'm guided by you.
He's got to do the right thing, that's what.
Yeah, he's got an in potentially, so he wants to make him happy.
I think that the final figure is somewhere around $400,000. Now, a cashier's check made to a Mrs. Idella Willis will set the record straight.
Or what?
You've got balls, man, for going to them and asking that much.
Well, what was it that she called him? That nice man, I think she said.
He could pay, but it is a bit of a matter of it's a matter of pride, control, power,
Yeah.
and the fact that if they give money, it kind of sends the message that they can ask more.
They can be walked on.
Yeah.
What does that do to property values, having a gangster living next to him?
Everyone is connected.
Being a gangster.
Oh no, it's true. He recommended her, so
Sometimes I think the only thing separating American business from the mobs is fucking whacking somebody.
He hangs around with Tony Soprano for 15 minutes, and it's fucking this and fucking that.
We were over there for that fundraiser.
he's a big influence.
That bar with the Goomba Murano glass?
I like Murano glass.
She's
Trying to defend her
yeah,
patients.
she's closer to him than she might say when she's with him. I think she cares about him
I mean, she
a little more.
She cares for her patient.
Yeah, but still, it's not like she's acting a certain way with him and then turning around and talking behind his back or anything. Like, she genuinely cares.
I know it ain't your type of music, but
I like any kind of music that turns shit green.
It's emo enough.
You suck! You know, without the right help from you, visiting day could end up in a miscellaneous V section.
You need the right crowd.
you interested?
Yes!
But if it goes bad with the other guys,
Oh fuck, he is
He's interested
interested,
in
but
her,
in the
yeah,
girl,
yeah.
not in the band.
interested? fuck was that?
That must have been a big one.
I was in your neighborhood last night at the Cusimano dinner party.
Someone was grunting, so what the fuck?
Should've stopped by. Live right next door.
She knows.
She heard ya. At least I think that it was them.
I'm not sure what we heard.
You didn't hear any strange noises last night in your neighborhood?
Noises?
It could be a bunch of things.
Someone screaming in pain?
No.
Nothing happened.
Nope.
Probably a television set.
The look on his face, though.
You saw my house.
Yeah, she looked for it. Sending the wrong message, or maybe the right message, I don't know. He's interested. Who's to say she's not gonna be interested eventually?
Would you...
She's saying the job is more important.
Would you have
but
her to be interested in Tony that way?
It looks like his life is exciting in a way for her.
Any changes in the market coming?
It's always fucking changing, Tony.
No, he's interested. He's not subtle.
I have other interests. Maybe.
Not just waste management.
You guys play the stock market?
Oh, we don't just play. We win.
Completely different type of crowd.
They came into a lot of money at the beginning of the episode, and I guess when you get a lot of money, you want more. So you see opportunities and stuff, and she wants, you know, a sure way of knowing that she'll be taken care of if something happens because of all the indictment and the feds coming onto them. Like, who knows? I wonder what truly happened between them back then.
Did you wrong your artist back then?
There was something going on, I think.
Oh, right.
That's take 62. We ought to just back.
Freddie Mercury taught me that if you're not satisfied, you do another take.
Yeah, he's gonna take all day if it has to.
Not bad. I think it's as good as we're gonna get right now.
Oh, it wasn't too bad. It was kind of good.
There's worse music out there.
Fucking beat. Hey, what do you say we finish this shit, all right?
Kinko's gave me 5 days off. It's not the end of the world.
Kinko, this is costing me $300 an hour. Try this.
That's how it starts.
Come on, go shoot the crank. Let's wrap this up.
What?
You heard me.
You're going to AA, you fucking jerk off.
Get back to work.
Christopher!
Dude. No, he would hit you. Yep.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't think that you have a... You should be in the music business anymore, Christopher.
What?
If that is your first day, you know.
He's not made for this.
Take it from the top.
He wants fast results. He wants sure money and stuff, and that guy is not the right choice for a leader in this group. And it's like she has those big dreams, but she doesn't want to antagonize anyone, so she's being too nice with everybody.
Yeah.
This is a nice place. Didn't I tell you? You know, we ought to see about making you a member.
You ever play that place in Orlando?
No, I never get down there.
Mount Plymouth? Al Capone built it.
Capone was a golf fanatic, that's right.
So you guys watch A&E.
Let me ask you a question. How real was the Godfather?
You want to ask him that question?
Well, they've been talking.
What do you mean real?
Authentic or not?
You're not supposed to discuss this.
How would I know?
Yeah.
I want to know if you really had to cut your finger and take an oath.
Shut up. He's like, shut up.
This is an Assassin's Creed.
Did you ever see that picture of Galante dead?
No.
It's a fucking beautiful hit. Huh?
Hey.
I don't think that Tony's gonna like hanging with these guys
anymore. They've seen like that rapper guy. Like they've seen too many mobster movies. They kind of put that on a pedestal a little bit. Like they fantasize over the lifestyle.
Yeah, this is good.
The music is good too, I bet. Christopher is right here.
Some good fucking guitar. Listen to that shit.
They got it going on.
So not listening to the music, man.
Maybe he's starting to notice, I don't know.
I don't think I would put that on my playlist.
Especially not the meow part.
Meow.
I hear that too often already. He knows, he's like, the only reason why the other guy likes it is because of his girlfriend.
There's good and there's not good. This is not good.
Okay, maybe it's not your era. No offense.
Talent is talent. I don't care who you are.
Especially since they can't agree on shit.
Yeah.
This Vito is a great fucking guitar player, Hesh.
Oh, the guitar is great.
A hit is a hit, and this, my friend, is not a hit.
Why?
For reasons we couldn't comprehend or codify.
Fucking Massive is a genius, so what the fuck was he talking about?
Not the music.
When I was a kid, there was this guy in my neighborhood. He wasn't retarded, but we thought he was because he had the... What do you call that?
Cleft palate.
Yeah. We was kids. What the hell do we know? Every time he opened his mouth, we'd piss ourselves laughing. But Jimmy didn't mind because he got to hang out with us. You know, popular crew. Although we only called him when we were bored.
To laugh at him.
And then, when the laughs got old, we stopped calling him. It wasn't until years later that I found out that the poor prick was going home every night and crying himself to sleep. I felt bad. But I never really understood what he felt.
But now you do.
To be used for somebody else's amusement, like a fucking dancing bear. Till I played golf with those guys.
Yeah. You're the entertainment. Don't care about you. They care about what you can tell them. And she was right there with them, listening to them.
Whatever happened to Jimmy?
He's doing 20 for robbery. Doesn't do hard for the cops to figure out who it was. He goes up to the bank teller with a mask. He goes, "Give me your money."
I shouldn't laugh.
No, but that one was good. I'm sorry.
Good morning, Herman. I'm listening.
You're going to have to find some other schmuck to have your altruistic moment with.
You do know what this means, Herman.
You're getting yourself in way over your head here. Why don't you think about backing up a little bit?
He acts like a gangster. Can he follow through?
I grew up in the projects. Delta 13. Killed a man.
So did we.
You gonna sue?
With what I pay in retainers? Fuck yeah.
I would, of course, have to counter-sue.
I'll see you in court.
Huh.
See you there.
What kind of mullignons are these? They call themselves gangsters.
New fucking day.
Fucking depressing.
Just got the rap battle with Eminem in 8 Mile.
Yeah.
This guy went to private school.
I think you should mentally prepare for the fucking possibility that visiting day sucks. I think the only reason you gotten this far with Massive is he wants to be in your pants.
Okay, so he did notice. She didn't.
Experts listen to the demo. They shit all over it. I'm sorry.
What about my opinion? That it's good, that it's special.
Well, you can vibe with it. Doesn't mean others will.
This is just a way for you to keep me down.
That ain't fair.
You just don't want to believe that I could have a relationship with a man that was based on intelligence.
You can. I don't think that he can, though.
You saying I don't have talent?
We're going into dangerous territory.
Made new friends, new horizons, and you can't stand that.
I think that the big problem for Visiting Day is the lyrics. I mean, he has a vibe.
No, but we didn't hear the whole song, but they did say that there was no chorus.
Yeah.
And it's like it's the same rhythm all the time. He's just moaning from beginning to end.
It's such a lie.
I said at the beginning of the episode I like their relationship, and now they give me this.
Gamela!
In here.
She's turning into Wolf of Wall Street. I mean, what if she turns into an expert? It's not a bad thing.
Christopher said that she had a big brain, but she didn't use it.
Saying.
Maybe she will.
Fucking with Kuzamara.
So what are you gonna do with the box?
Give it to him. Hold on to it for a while.
Oh, Tony, that is so evil.
Do you want me to make you an offer that you won't refuse?
To be fair, like they went to him and started asking questions. They talked about him behind his back, made fun of it, or made a big deal out of it, like he's a caricature.
Coach, come here. Need you to hang on to this for a while for me.
How long?
A month, maybe more, maybe less.
Don't open it.
He's gonna think that it's something like
What
illegal.
is about the club? What's going on?
Oh, the club. Membership's closed.
Uh-huh.
No biggie, Coos.
You sure?
Thanks.
I mean, because...
The laughs got old.
I'll live.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like he brought him once just to show off to his friends. And after that, yeah, no need for you anymore. Bye. Are we gonna see who was grunting? Like he was in pain.
What is it?
Freak out over it.
I don't know.
They'll have nightmares.
Don't touch it.
What if it's a bomb? And they hear this?
Now who's playing with you, huh?
Okay.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I could see potential with that group, with the music. But I mean, I think that the lead singer should maybe change his attitude.
They can't agree on shit. They're not energetic anymore. Like, the style is one thing, but if there's no structure in the song, well, okay, so it doesn't work. That aside, the whole, like, Christopher and his girlfriend, what's her name?
Adriana.
Adriana?
Yeah.
Okay, I keep forgetting. I'm really bad with names. So, their whole situation, there's a lot happening here with her. I mean, when you look at Carmilla and we say, like, it's a good thing that she's branching out, that she's, you know, looking into ways to be independent with her money and stuff, like, I get it. No one really, I mean, some people are okay with that, but to be the one that stays home, doesn't do anything, doesn't have a career, while the other goes out, creates a name for himself, creates a life for himself, makes connections and stuff, that can suck. Like, you'd feel like you're not doing anything with your life, like that you're also not amounting to much. And for Adriana, she's at home, she's like, from the looks of it, she doesn't have a career, she doesn't have anything, and she keeps hearing Christopher talking about how he wants to be big, he wants to have a life for himself, he wants to make a name for himself. Maybe the idea is there for her as well. Like, maybe she truly, like, she feels a connection with music, she is interested, and she saw an in with this guy Massive that she met, and it was a chance for her to make connections, to get into a business that she loves, cares about, and something that, since Christopher was talking about it, because he always does that, he complains about what he can't do or how things used to be, and like, he likes the things for, you know, from back in the day, and he complains that now everything is different, and if he was back then, he could have made something of himself, he could have done something, and now no one really, you know, supports his ideas, or no one truly values the things he does. Like, it's just Christopher being Christopher. So I guess he's finding out that he also could be interested in this, seeing that she had a connection with Massive, and it is something that she resonates with, music and stuff. She had a connection with this guy back in the day, so she had an in. She saw an opportunity, and that's great. If you see something in that music, if you hear something, if you connect with it, fine. But that's not because you connect with it that everyone is going to connect with it. So if and music is a really harsh business. A lot of people, even if the music is good, like in this case, I don't think it was that good.
I
but
mean, there's so many indie band or indie type of music that are so good,
and they don't have recognition.
They don't have recognition because they're not as mainstream as other type of music.
Yeah, and I feel like Christopher really tried to make her happy, like to give her what she wanted, but he's the type of guy that doesn't like to wait for the rewards. Like, he wants to see the fruit of his labors now.
He wants it, and he wants it now.
And I mean, he wanted to make her happy, so he truly gave it a go. But like he said, like, music is an art. It's not something that you exchange. It's not something that you hold in your hands.
She said that music is an art.
No, they were talking about this, and it's not something that you can see with your eyes. Like, you don't necessarily see the rewards right away, and you're not sure if you're gonna get anything from it. It depends on who listens and who gives it a go and all of that. So I think he was unsatisfied with where it was going, and since the people he knows and the people that he follows in the business told him it was shit and it was not gonna go anywhere, well, that was it for him. Like, he didn't believe in that music. He didn't believe in that dream that she believed in. He wanted to make her happy, but he wanted the money. And he was told he was not going to get the money, so he was out pretty easily. And I think he was annoyed with the fact that he noticed that the only reason why they had an in with Massive was because he was interested in his girlfriend.
Which sucks, by the way.
But the way they talked about it, like, considering how he does things, she would probably only see the first part of what I talked about, which is the fact that, you're not getting your money, like, right away, and you don't believe in their music, so you want to give up. And she associated that with her and her talent, and you don't think I got this, you don't think I truly found something, which maybe she did. It's not the right person that heard it. I don't know, like, maybe it could be turned into something different, but I do believe that she lacked experience, and she should have pushed him, and she didn't. Maybe not pushed him the way Christopher pushed him, like forcing them to take drugs.
Don't hit your hardest with guitars, man.
Yeah, I mean, forcing them to take drugs too, like, ugh. But it doesn't mean she sucks at this. It doesn't mean that she can never, become something in this industry. It's just that maybe, I mean, if you want to do it on your own, not with Christopher by your side, because Christopher wants to be someone first.
I don't know if she has talent to recognize potential in artists, because someone could say that, oh my god, your music is the bomb, but it's just shitty music,
I think she connected with the band back in the day. She was dating the singer, I guess, or
Yeah.
the singer, right?
Silvio, yeah.
And that's why. And I mean, if you want to be someone in that industry, you need bands, you need musicians, and that was the one that she knew. And since she dated him back in the day, maybe that's why she connected to his music. But it's kind of like maybe she needed a band, so she made herself like their music. I don't know. Or maybe she truly connected with it. It's just in that case it didn't work. But she lacked the drive. Christopher has, I mean, he wants it. He's got the passion for a business and stuff.
But he doesn't have the patience for it.
He just doesn't have the patience. As for her, I feel like she tried to, she had the dream. She just lacked the drive, maybe. Because she didn't push enough, and when she was told that their music was bad, she kind of she gave up already. And he did say like, oh, the only reason why Massive wants to help you with this is because he wants to get into your pants, and she took it as a personal insult, which I see it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like he's right. So, but the two together are kind of nice. It's just that maybe not in the business, and he's too driven for himself. Like he wants those results right away, and if he gets impatient, he messes it up. He always messes it up. And she is too fragile, too naive still.
Honestly, I would just refer her to Hesh at the end of it, or like people that you know and that you
But he's
trust,
not in the business anymore.
But he could refer her to people that he knows.
I don't know. Now that whole reparation thing, in that case, it's always a touchy subject, but in that case, I can see, like, why you want to do something about it. Like, if the guy wrote a song, or at least he worked on a song, and you're not really sure who did what, but only one of them truly got the royalties.
Yeah.
And I mean, now no one was there with them back in the day, and it's tricky when color becomes a subject in that conversation, because it is true, a lot of artists got their work ripped off by others who would be more accepted on the scene. One good example of that is Elvis, actually. I'm talking about him because we saw the movie a couple times not too long ago, so it's kind of fresh in my mind, and I don't want to start a debate on Elvis and whether or not he stole black musicians' music or not, because some people say he did and some other people say he didn't. But you see him taking, black musicians' songs and singing them, and he gets a lot more famous for it than black musicians, because they would be rejected or not accepted, or only, black people would listen to their music because of racism and stuff. So when you start looking into things and who truly did the job and who truly got the rewards, I see why it would be difficult. We were not there, so we don't really know what happened. Was he lying that they both did their share of work and he got his money?
Like studios taking credits for music lyrics that they did not come up with.
It happens.
And when they talk about it, do you recall the movie Dreamgirls? Like, we saw back in the day that sometimes radio gonna buy off or just
the rights of the
song, or just stole the music and just said that, oh, we came up with, but they didn't.
Yeah, it's a bit different than Dreamgirls in this, because like we're talking about color, we're talking about people who work together to create something, and only one of them supposedly got the royalties, or at least the most of the royalties, and then making jokes about what was done with the money and stuff. Like, to be fair, I also had a hard time taking this guy seriously. Like, he did say in the end that he killed someone, he dealt drugs, and basically he's got street cred. But the way he dresses, the way he portrays himself, the way he talks it would have been easy to take him as a pretender, someone who calls himself a gangster, but truly he went to. That's why I was thinking.
Went to private school.
That's why I was thinking of 8 Miles, because it's like, I mean, the guy was doing exactly that. If you've seen 8 Miles, it's this big gangster guy who thinks he's the shit and acts like he's the shit, and he bullies others around him. But then when you compare the two,
his
the
name
guy
is
he bullies,
Clarence. His parents has a good marriage.
yeah, like the guy he bullies is the one with street cred. And the people in the crowd should really support him because he's like them, and the guy they support, and when they find out the truth that he's really just a pretender, like, yeah, they stop supporting him. So that's kind of how I saw Massive in the beginning. I was like, with the clothes. And to be fair, some people do dress like that. It's just that the way he speaks, I'm like, I had a hard time believing that he could back up anything he was saying. But then, I mean, it's not because you have street cred, it's not because you have a difficult past that you cannot be educated, that you cannot, have a high level of speech and stuff. Like, the way it's judging people on how they appear, and that's unfair, and so I'm sorry. But I was really struggling with, like, is he serious? Because...
But it is true that when he talks or when he's just acting... It's like he's acting as a he has a persona.
When he took the gun,
maybe he does.
When he took the gun out of in his office and stuff, when he took the gun out and he showed it to Christopher and he kind of pointed it at him, and Christopher was just like not impressed.
Seriously,
the way he was dressed and stuff, I was about to say, like, if you take off the hat, I take him for a Scarface impersonator, like, say hello to my little friend. I would have found it funny, and I mean, it kind of ties in a little bit, like my impression of this guy ties in a little bit with my impression of those other guys that went to the club and talked between themselves about gangsters and mobsters and the Godfather. For a lot of people,
Cosamo and his friends.
Yeah, the doctor and his friends. For a lot of people, they're the only experience or knowledge they have when it comes to mobsters and the mob in general is basically movies.
Yeah.
And movies, I mean, there's some truth in them, but it's fiction, Sometimes it's inspired by true events, but it's built up and it's portrayed in a way that is a bit far from the truth, or is meant to, impress people. It's meant to be shiny and big and bright, so
it's meant to entertain us.
Exactly. So when you look at those movies and then you turn around and you meet a real mobster or a real criminal, someone who really does the job, he's not a movie star. He's not an act. He's not a performer or anything. He's dealing with real things. He's truly dealing with the shit. He's going out. He killed people. Like, and it's not easy for him, and then you make a mockery or an act out of his job and his life by asking all these questions and basically looking at him and only seeing those caricatures of mobsters that you see in movies. And not only do you do that, but when he's not around, you turn with you and your friends, you turn back and you start making fun of him, and basically you laugh at the stuff he does or the stuff he owns. So in a way, I am glad she's done that before with her own family, but Jennifer kind of defending him, because he is, at the end of the day, he's not a personage, he's not a character. He's a person with a life, a family, and he's dealing with emotions like everyone else. So
he's a human being.
Exactly. So
he's your neighbor.
Yeah. So to be laughing at him because of his status, because all you can see when you look at him are the movies and the books and the fake, it's unfair, even though he is a criminal. So yeah, I like that he made a connection with his own past.
At least they didn't come up with him and say, say the thing. Well, say the thing. Say hello to my little friends. I mean,
I'm gonna make him an offer. You can't refuse.
I mean, they did it, but it's almost like this, basically.
Oh, they might as well have asked. So he's making fun of them. I like that he's playing with them a little bit. Like, there are worse ways to make fun of them. I mean, if they believe all this shit already, like, might as well play into it. So that's funny. make them sweat a little bit, especially after the whole like, so what about the club? Because he was all like, oh yeah, you should come and stuff. But as soon as he comes and he talks to them and he's given them his show, they don't want him around anymore. So I really like, I was about to say, I really love that he made a connection with Jimmy. I messed up the names in the episode, but the fact that he made a connection with this guy with the cleft palate. Yeah. And how he and his friends would also make fun of him, and he just wanted to be a part of the gang and stuff, and so he would come and bear the insults and the jokes and the laughs. Then he would go home and he would cry about it, and then he just never called him back again. And when they were done with him, they just never called him.
When they got bored of it.
Yeah. So now, that's always what you should do, by the way, in any situation with other people. Like, put yourself in their shoes. Like, would you want that to be done to you? Because like, if not, well, don't do it to others. And to be fair, like the Sopranos and the people that they deal with, they are a lot like that. Like, they judge people, they make fun of people based on race, physique, past families. Like, they have a lot of prejudices, and it's not always easy to listen to them laugh at stuff and be like, ha ha ha.
Should we find this funny?
No, but they do. So we're just like, sometimes the jokes are funny, but that's because we come from an era where, we're used to that type of humor, but it's not necessarily funny. So we don't let that pass, and we're like, we're judging so hard. But then when it's done to him, see?
Not so funny anymore.
Not so funny anymore. In any case, I don't know if this guy Massive is going to stick around. Like, he said he was going to take them to court, which I don't know if that's...
I just hope that Adriana is not going to get hurt at the end.
Well, she's not going to be a part of this.
Would like for her to just branch out and do her own thing and have something for her.
She's not with Massive. Yeah. He's not into her music or her choices. He's into her, which could lead to issues. And Christopher needs to... Well... calm down a little bit, let her do her thing, and stop being so in a hurry to get somewhere. Life is about the journey, not the results. You need to get there. Take your time, do it right. Don't mess up your relationships and stuff. He wasn't that bad this episode. It's just, I think it's easy to judge him and just, talk about his character and bash on him a little bit. But he did, like, he tried to when he found out about Massive, like that he was trying to hit on Adriana. Yeah. And when he heard that the music was not good.
Is it Adriana or is it Adriana?
I don't know, his girlfriend. So when he found out about the music not being good and he noticed that Massive was into her and stuff, he did not say that to her straight up. But then it became harder for him to keep it keep it secret, and so he ended up telling her, which hurt her. But still, he tried to be nice to her, so that's good. He's just so awkward in everything business related. Anyway, so that's pretty much it for this episode.
Great.
I'm really happy that Carmela is trying to branch out in her own way.
To have her own backup plan if things go south?
Well, yeah, but I understand why. Like, he keeps saying, you're going to be taken care of, but...
By who?
Yeah, she doesn't have any certainty when it comes to this. He's not telling her anything, and I understand why. Like, to involve her means she's at risk. But still... to have no certainty in your family, in your life, in your financial security, like, I get it, and I mean, maybe she'll become really good at this, and she'll do
Christopher
well.
said that
she's intelligent.
Brains,
yeah.
So yeah,
we'll see. Did you have anything else to say?
Do you really think that Hesh has something with that woman back in the day?
On all the photos with her, he was looking at her like, so I don't know. Maybe? If it comes back, maybe we'll find out. If this whole court thing becomes a thing, I don't know. It could just be in this episode and we never hear about that again.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay, so that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching it with us. If you want to see the next episode right away, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out. The link is in the description below.
Alright, so see you next time, guys.
Bye.